world's oceans, vast and seemingly boundless, have long held secrets beneath their shimmering surfaces. But among the tales of adventure and exploration, there lies a darker reality. A reality of exploitation, desperation, and modern-day slavery. Welcome to Silent Waters, the dark trade of human trafficking.
For years, Thailand's fishing industry has been profiting from the misery of some of the most persecuted people on earth.
ถ้าดูแล้วให้ค่อยนั่งนะเขาก็คือจะราคาก็จะไม่ได้เท่าไหร่
Lo io da ari na velle mare. Are beto kollo le classica te betin lu mari mari loi.
Ante kendi kiturinde tonara hode masamburu dijini tarena.
All while feeding the growth of a brutal transnational people trafficking industry.
Edara marta buraware babalo na sabate ke ama. Hoire pebare babara idar hoye to arare bamna de phani no de hoiro e durmade. Yana lamaje.
As we navigate the waters of this complex issue, it becomes clear that combating human trafficking at sea requires a multifaceted approach. From strengthening maritime laws and enforcement to providing safe migration pathways and economic alternatives, we all have a role to play in breaking the chains of modern-day slavery. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Silent Waters, the dark trade of human trafficking at sea. For more information on how you can get involved,
you come take the boat and you enter inside the people and bomb and kill the people. Small girl, small boy, women, anything, man, that men for shops. What do you do? This kill and this kill. It's like from the war. Assets barrels and ISIS knives, terrorists.
You don't have a choice when you go to the army. You have two choices. You have to choose one of them. You don't have any third option. You have to kill or to be killed.
Others are fleeing famine and abject poverty. Abdullah was kidnapped from Abidjan and sent to work in the mines of Mauritania, where his civil rights were denied for one simple reason. From there, he moved on to Mali, Niger, Libya. The sub-Saharan migrants are trafficked from one heartless smuggler to another, all the way up through Africa, including a dangerous journey through the Sahara Desert.
Almost 4 to 5 days I'm in the desert before I reach Libya. So it was really a horrible journey, without no food, without no water. What I see in the desert, I don't think I will ever saw that in my life. So many people died, so many people lost their life.
Well, our car was robbed by the rebels in the desert, and at the end, by God's grace, I was the only one that succeeded. The rest actually was saved later and returned back to Niger.
The trip is very long for migrants, because from the country of origin to arrive at the Great Funnel, which is Libya, the location where a lot of migrants arrive to await their turn for the trip to Europe. Every time there is a passage from one human trafficker to another, they are exploited.
Quell'uomo viene sfruttato. Then he told me that when we reach in Libya, then I have to walk. If I'm walking, I'll be walking under him until that money is completed. So I agree with him, then he take me off with his group.
Those who survive the Sahara are often imprisoned the moment they cross into Libya.
I have a document. I was arrested by Libya soldiers.
While I was going to Tripoli, I was caught by the soldier and taken to prison.
They take me to prison. J'ai montré mon passeport parce qu'il y a plus de papier de mon pays déjà. J'ai montré mon passeport. Mais pourquoi il me caché devant eux? Non, je n'ai pas de nom. D'accord. Vous êtes mon
The police usually ask for a document, and if you don't have a document, prison. If you have a document, they ask for a stamp. And if you have a stamp, they rip out the page. And you go to prison.
Got drunk. That's where I arrived. But when we arrived there, we went to prison straight.
Then on our way to Tripoli, we got the soldiers on the checking point. Then they arrest us, ask us for documents. Then we say that we don't have anything. Then they take us from there to prison.
It is the same story for most Africans, who once in Libya are imprisoned and then requisitioned by powerful locals to work as slaves.
They cross kilometer after kilometer, impervious zones of the desert. They arrive finally in Libya, where for weeks and months they are subject to violence and harassment.
What they ask from people is money. Then me, I have no one who to pay for that money for me. So in that prison, because I was among the youngest, what I have to do is to clean the environment. I'll be there cleaning the environment, doing nonsense rubbish works there. I have to do it.
I stayed there for 3 months in the prison. Then I was helped by one soldier. He said, "You have Lawan. If you rescue me out of the prison, I will work for me. Then he will do my legal commitment for me. It's the work I will be working for."
They do so many electrical work in that prison yard. I did it and they promised they will leave me.
And so you become a slave. Often they're penned in offenses.
On m'a pris, on met dans cabinet, il y a 1500 personnes dedans. 1500 personnes, on parle, comme tout ça, on met dans la chambre, ça ne pas. Après, on a fait 6 mois, comme ça.
You'll be in torture, harassment, no food, or even if you have to eat, it will be once a day. So it's crazy.
Il y a 2 mois, on a fait en prison. Par jour, on a été et l'eau, il y a 7 prisons. On voit ça. Il y a des gens qui sont là, sans malades. L'eau là.
Even for the lucky ones who break out or work their way out from prison, Libya is lawless. No one is safe.
In Libya, everybody is carrying guns. You don't know who is Senegal, you don't know who is Irama, you don't know who is Senegal.
He tried to confront them, but they are with guns. They decided to shoot him. Yes. So it was like crazy. So, yes. The brothers also he was there.
They are pushed out on rickety boats or rubber dinghies from the coasts of Egypt, Turkey.
They are put out on boats and sent to die in the Mediterranean or try to reach Europe.
For many, it is the first time they have ever seen the sea. There is no turning back.
What they told us already was that we are going to port ship. At the end, in the night when they took us to where we were pushed, we saw a different thing altogether. I haven't seen the sea, not on the sea. I haven't seen it in my life. Journey to hours to but there is no going back because once you get to there, to the seashore, they don't allow you to go away, they don't allow you to go back, they don't allow you to change your mind. You must enter.
Entre la mort, si ça pèse, les vents ça sort, on va mourir dans l'eau. Comme j'ai dit ça, il m'a tendu, il m'a giflé.
2 people died in our home. We have already seen the rescuers. They threw a rope for us to go this. But everybody wanted to save himself at a particular time. At the same time, they fell into sea and the water took them away.
Sub-Saharan Africans make up the poorest segment of clientele for the traffickers. who often use them as ballast below deck.
I opened the hole and went down and was walking on the deck. There were 25 corpses enclosed in the hole just as ballast. In fact, some of them were beaten with sticks, and during the inspections of the bodies I found broken bones and head wounds. So they closed them down there, and they died there in a matter of minutes.
The poorest black Africans, who are used as ballast on larger boats, often die from suffocation due to engine fumes, or drown if the ship goes down. But on the top decks, traffickers pack the boat with higher-paying passengers who have already paid for the trip.
I sistemi di pagamento sono assolutamente primordiali, basati sulla fiducia.
The payment systems are absolutely primordial, based on trust, known as the Hawala method. And in fact, we can't get to the organization from a financial way. It is a patrimony that has a minimum risk for their investment. If there is a shipwreck, in any case, the money has already been deposited.
Un naufragio, ormai è stato incassato.
Each leg of the journey has a price.
700 minutes.
1,300.
$1,000.
1,000 euro and come by boat to course.
Abbiamo accertato che
We determined that the trip from Eritrea to Libya is approximately $5,000.
e successivamente il viaggio dalla Libia.
The trip from Libya to Italy is approximately 1,500 per migrant.
Migrante e poi le successive tappe
and the successive steps from Sicily to the center of Italy and toward North Europe costs approximately 2,000 euro.
circa 2.000 euro.
Red Cross and take it with number after a verification of your names, okay, your documents, passports or identity or something like that, okay. And after that, you will take the number. Then you go to the police. You'll find it on the list of the police.
And support the fight against human trafficking, please visit the websites and contact the organizations listed in the credits. Traffickers prey on the vulnerable, often targeting those fleeing conflict, poverty, or seeking better lives. The routes they take are as varied as the stories of their victims. From the treacherous waters of the Mediterranean, where overcrowded boats risk capsizing, to the isolated islands of Southeast Asia, where fishermen are trapped in a cycle of debt bondage. The toll of human trafficking at sea extends far beyond the immediate victims. Families left behind grapple with uncertainty and loss, while communities are left to mourn those who never return. Yet amidst the darkness, there are glimmers of hope. Organizations and activists working tirelessly to rescue, rehabilitate, and advocate for the rights of those ensnared in this trade of misery. As we navigate the waters of this complex issue, it becomes clear that combating human trafficking at sea requires a multifaceted approach. From strengthening maritime laws and enforcement to providing safe migration pathways and economic alternatives, we all have a role to play in breaking the chains of modern-day slavery. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of silent waters, the dark trade of human trafficking at sea. For more information on how you can get involved and support the fight against human trafficking, please visit the websites and contact the organizations listed in the credits.